So here's something that people are probably really wondering about, which is the conference. So the international conference, so you're going to be having one come up in 21. Tell us more.
Yes, I will tell you two things now. The first is that our dream is to find other associations in other states that have a large spectrum like ours to broaden the perspective of research. Also thanks to the technology that can sell the distances and equalize the knowledge. But unfortunately, and fortunately, we cannot build community advisory board on drugs or devices. So we cannot count on the economic help of pharmaceutical companies, but we still really need a network between us. Studies and research can no longer to be based on the people of a single state. It's not realistic enough. It's not the real BWS in the world, okay? So one of the aim of the International Congress was to facilitate this possibility. The initial idea was to hold an international alternating Congress once a year with us and 1 year with Americans. Unfortunately, the coronavirus prevented us from holding the first International Congress as already organized, but we don't want to miss this opportunity to be together. So it is postponed at the days from 29 May to 1st June 2021. Not in this year, but the next year. Even if in July there will be another Congress in Philadelphia too. Then we will organize in other way from the next years, but the situation, the program will remain the same unless there is something new. Because AEBWS continues his work, and as soon as the quarantine is over, we start a research grant on the, I read, the perception that our children have of their body, such as this impact on their life and their socialization. I don't know if it, I read well and if it is understandable what I mean, but it's something very interesting, not what we like parents see, instead what they feel their self, their body. It's very interesting, and this will during 3 years, so we have to wait a little bit for the results, but it will be done with the contact of the specialists, with the understand really how they feel their situation. Yeah, and just in these days, we are planning with the biologist of our scientific committee a scholarship, but we have not yet decided whether it will focus on the sensitivity of the molecular diagnosis. So taking into account all those cases that have not molecular diagnosis, but they have a clinical diagnosis, or the bleed, since we have discovered the possibility of recurrence in specific IC2 family cases. They are both very interesting. there are a lot of person who has not the molecular diagnosis, um, and the specific EC2 family cases who has recurrence are a very few, but it's both very interesting. So we are thinking about this and what to do before, because sure, the second choice will be done after this.
Yeah.
So we don't have
Yeah.
what is the first that we want to do. The rest will be a surprise,
Yeah.
because we don't give false hopes or expectations, uh, because we are not certainly now to be able to do other works too. Be a surprise.
Yeah. I find
And
that
we wait.
fascinating. I'm super excited about the direction and the focus of where things are going. Yes, we need the research on so many areas. But this is the development of our kids all the way around, which I think is just brilliant. So thank you so much for being here and sharing that. Monica, is there anything else you'd like to share with us? Oh, I don't know if we got frozen. All right, let's see. Oh, I think we lost the connection. So I want to thank Monica from attending today from her home. She has been on lockdown, and we've been connecting and talking about how, hey, there's plenty of time to come and share for the summit because they are home, just like we are home now. So thank you so much for being here, and we will be in touch. And again, we'll provide some links, some information to AIBWS, and the 2021 conference information will be available. All right, thank you. Oh, let's see. There you are.
Hear you, but you don't hear me.
There we go. I can hear you now, so
So,
that's good.
okay, perfect. So, you were speaking about how many is interesting that the psychological side of the BWS is not interesting for the doctors, but for us families. We saw the needs of our children and the need of parents. It's a very important, so we are working a lot about this. And the psychologist of our scientific committee works with us in every little work. We have done the Be With Friends book, which give the first answer on the syndrome to our children, as well as facilitate their awareness and their acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the psychologists work with us, like as the video about the blood samples that we have done. We also translated it into English. So in our YouTube page, you can find in English this video, and it is for our children. The psychologists work there too with us. It's very important. There is no reason to don't search in these ways too.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
It's
emotional
whole.
side, the psychological side, even if you don't do more exam and so, but you have done it when you were only a child. So something it's inside you, and it's not sure that you can um, work with it
Yeah.
and go on. So my daughter don't speak with doctors, no words. The doctors knows Martina and her history, so it's not a problem. But if we go to a new doctor, the new doctor think that my daughter has some problem in I don't remember how can in the ear. No, it's not. It's something difficult. Maybe in the future my daughter will speak with doctor because they don't know her history. They are new. It's possible, but with the doctor who are manage her history, they don't speak. They don't say a word. This is a problem. Not a big problem, sure, but for her it's a problem.
Yeah.
So we have done this kind of work because I'm speaking about the book and the video for helping the children uh, to to understand better what they are done, why, and so and so.
Yeah. It's so important.